What's up, everybody? Marvel the Cross 316 back with another comic book flashback. Today we are looking at X-Men issue number 110. This issue came out in April of 1977, and today we see an appearance of Warhawk. Now, this is not the first appearance of Warhawk. Warhawk made his first appearance in Marvel Premiere issue number 23, but we're going to see him attack the X-Men today. And we got a brand new storyline going on here. And so we just got a lot going on today as the X-Men are going to be battling inside the Danger Room, and Warhawk is responsible for this. And so let's go ahead now and dive on into today's story. Today's story is brought to you by Chris Claremont, who wrote this issue. We have Tony Denzungia on the art. We have Annette Cockeye and Andy Yankus as the colors and letterer, and Archie Goodwin on the editing. And thanks to Dave Cochran for our welcome art assist. So this is the first time we see Tony Denzung. I'm going to butcher the name, but I think it's Denzanuga, something like that. But anyway, first time we're seeing his artwork on this story. Today's title is The X Sanction, and we start out today's issue off with the X-Men playing a round of baseball. So a pretty unique scene here. You'd think, how can X-Men play baseball with their mutant powers? Well, they're going to try to play as fair as possible here. And we see that Peter Rasputin, who is Colossus, is up at bat here. We have Nightcrawler. He is going to be pitching, and Wolverine is like, swing batter. Come on, Elf. Give him your fastball. The Ruskies an easy out. Nightcrawler says, Wolverine, shut up. Peter's been up twice already, and both times he's hit a home run. Professor X says, X-Men, is this a game or a debate? Play ball. So we see that Colossus hits the ball. Jean Grey has to use her telekinetic powers to snag the ball. And we see that Colossus makes it to home plate, gets another run. Wolverine then begins to get angry. He then sheathes his claws here, and he is just about to get in a big fight with Colossus here, when all of a sudden we see, for a moment, there's only a stunned silence, and everyone stares at the dust cloud thrown up by the impact here and wonder what's happened. And with a slight gesture from Storm, thanks to Storm, she's the one that allowed Colossus and Wolverine not to get into a fracas here. So we see that Jean Grey comes up and she says, anyone ever tell you you've got one heck of a chip on your shoulder, old buddy? Wolverine says, not to my face, not twice. And Jean Grey says, you can't be a loner all your life, Wolvie. And we reveal here, for the first time, Wolverine's intentions with Jean Grey. He actually has feelings for Jean Grey. He says, I like being a loner, Jeannie. No hassles, no complications, no grief. I lived my whole life not knowing what love is, and not caring either, till I met you. So Wolverine really likes Jean Grey, and we've seen him feel this way as well whenever we recall back when he brought flowers to her that time in the hospital. And so we're going to see here that Moore McTaggart is like, oh dear, will you look at the time? It's almost 4 o'clock. The man from the phone company should be here any minute. Save some lemonade, will you, Sean? This shouldn't take long. And we see Sean Cassidy says, that I will, Moria, hurry back. So Moore McTaggart is going to go back to the X Mansion. She gets a ring at the door bell, and we see that this guy's face is covered. It looks like he's had plastic surgery, according to her. He pulls out this dart gun and shoots her cold blood. She falls to the ground, and she's unconscious, and now he's going to make his move. This is, in fact, Warhawk here, and Warhawk is now going to go and see the monitor screen here where he sees all the X-Men, and they're playing baseball still. And all of a sudden, Warhawk is alerted here by his master, and we don't know who his master is, apparently, but he has been sent on a mission to test the X-Men's powers, to scan them to see exactly what makes them tick here. And so we see that Cyclops says, all right, everybody, we're going to have to go and train in the danger room. We got a date in the danger room. And Wolverine actually wanted to hang out with Jean Grey. But we see that Jean Grey is with Professor Xavier, and they're going up the stairs here when all of a sudden they're going to be met by Warhawk, and Warhawk takes down Professor Xavier and Jean Grey without a problem. And Jean Grey, for some reason, couldn't use her Phoenix powers to stop Warhawk here, and he has to use 2 bullets on Jean Grey. And so while Cyclops is getting ready to get into the danger room here, all of a sudden he is hit full force with a flood into his mind here from Jean Grey, alerting him that Professor Xavier and her have been hurt here. So he's like, Cyclops, are you all right? And Cyclops says, Jean, hit me with telepathic linkage upstairs on the double. Jean and Professor have been attacked. All of a sudden, the danger room door slams shut. Now the X-Men are trapped inside the danger room, and they're going to be met with all kinds of weaponry here, as the X-Men are not prepared for this, and basically the danger room now is being controlled by Warhawk here. And so the X-Men are going to have to really team up here and work together if they're going to survive this scenario here. We see Wolverine uses his fastball speed special here, thanks to Colossus, and Wolverine's going to use his claws to rip that net, freeing Storm and Nightcrawler here. Wolverine comes to the aid of Cyclops. Wolverine actually proves to be a good X-Men member here in this issue. He's actually starting to care for the other X-Men, is what I've been seeing in this issue so far. So this issue in particular, we see Wolverine's finally, stop being a loner. He's actually accepting the members of the X-Men. He's actually opening himself up and befriending these X-Men, which is just awesome here. So we see Cyclops gives the order to Wolverine and Nightcrawler to basically teleport out of the danger room so that they can figure out who is responsible for this. Nightcrawler's kind of worried because he's tried this in the past with Princess Lilandra, and it takes up pretty much all of his energy. And now Wolverine is heavier than Princess Lilandra. So he goes with the order here, and both men pass out once they get outside of the danger room. And so we see that the X-Men are going to continue to battle within the danger room, and we see Storm is then put in this coffin-sized shell, and she has the fear of being in an enclosed environment, and she is deathly afraid. That's one of her biggest phobias here. Cyclops and Banshee are going to free her here, when all of a sudden the door opens and they are met by this humongous robot named Colosso that Professor Xavier has been cooking up for the X-Men to battle at some point. But this Colosso character is going to be pretty tough to defeat here. Wolverine gets back to his feet. All of a sudden he's going to be met by Warhawk here, and we see Wolverine is going to be the sole person that's going to basically stop this guy, a Warhawk. And he says, I am Warhawk, little man. I am the ultimate soldier. And Wolverine says, no kidding. Well, I'm Wolverine, bub. And if either of us has bought himself a whole mess of trouble, it's you. He said, like my namesake, I'm fast and I'm mean. And when I get mad, people get hurt. And he slices through Warhawk's shirt here. And Warhawk is actually surprised by Wolverine. He's the toughest X-Men that he's gone up against. And we see that Wolverine has noticed that Warhawk's skin is like metal. He's basically like a second-rate Colossus in a way. All of a sudden, Wolverine is thrown into that entrance, and he's like, yow, that blasted door burned me, and now it's starting to glow. Red hot, white hot, what's going on here? Well, the X-Men are finally escaping the danger room here, and now Warhawk is going to have to go up against all the X-Men, and he says, I can't match their power. I haven't a prayer against the 5 of them, but the master gave me a gas bomb and aerosol variant on the dart toxin. I'm immune to it. But one whiff and the X-Men will drop like flies. Then we'll see who has the last. Wait a minute. Where is it? Well, it looks like Nightcrawler has that bomb here, and that's going to then take out Warhawk here with one big punch from Colossus here. And now Warhawk is going to be gathered by the police. The X-Men were able to stop Warhawk, and we still don't know who sent Warhawk. And so Professor Xavier, when he regathers the X-Men back into the X-Mansion here, he's going to basically tell them that they got to really be on the alert here, because if someone knows the X Mansion and the layout of the X Mansion and can get through my telepathic mind probes, they are dangerous. So we better be on the alert. We also see here that Jean Grey is going to reconsider and stay with the X-Men. We see that previous issues she was actually wanting to leave the X-Men, but she's changed her mind. She feels like she needs to stay with the X-Men so that she can work on her powers, as she gained her Phoenix powers in issue number 101. And so we see that Wolverine is like, we beat some pretty rough customers and we can do it again. You say someone's out to scrag the X-Men, I say let them try. They'll find us ready and waiting for them. And so next issue, Wolverine gets his wish and maybe wishes he kept his mouth shut. Byrne and Austin return, so we got to look forward to that. And the X-Men simply disappear. So Mind Games is up next, folks, in issue number 111. It's going to be a great issue that we're going to look at coming up next. And so go ahead now and give this video a like. And if you have not looked at my other videos of the X-Men, as I've been reviewing this series so far, go back and look at them. You can go ahead and click that box right here, as you see on your screen, and that will take you to the other X-Men issues that I've covered. So go ahead now, look at them if you have not, and I will see y'all in the next one.